Paradise Inn is one of the wonderful accommodations within any national park, and I think that's part of why it has endured as a favorite place for lots of people.
There's a real sense of spirit here and a sense of ownership. And Timberline is sort of every Oregonian's mountain home, we call it.
It's part of the old turn-of-the-century resort complex where people got away from it all, whether you might view it as a refuge in a way. Both the cave and the chateau served as a refuge from the busy life even at that time.
I think the greatest gift that you get from Crater Lake is the opportunity to sit at this lodge on the edge of a caldera and contemplate the sunset and the sunrise.
If you have 2,000 objects with diameters of 1 kilometer or more, with orbits that cross the Earth's orbit, a significant fraction of those are going to hit the Earth. It's not if, it's when.
If nature hit a large metropolitan area like Los Angeles, it would simply obliterate all of Los Angeles and the surrounding region.
Imagine one Hiroshima-strength bomb being exploded every second for several years.
I'm Miles O'Brien. Please join us after this news break for Fire from the Sky.
Today, I'm announcing my intention to win the presidency of this nation so that I can wipe the human race off the face of the earth.
What?
No, it is our moral obligation. We must simply kill everyone now.
The Republicans lead with Hollywood action star Kelsey McNamara.
I've played Tarzan and Aquaman. I reinvigorated the Batman franchise yet again. So I think it's clear I've got the skills needed to run the country.
And the Democrats are trailing in the polls with Minnesota Senator Cynthia Nightingale.
She's awful.
She's unfit to lead.
You'd be better off without a candidate. We don't do all that well in elections when there's some crazy guy running as an independent.
Remember Perot? Now, we can't let that happen again. Let's do whatever it takes to completely screw the Democrats over, okay?
Here to discuss this radical new candidate, I am joined, as always, by our point-counterpoint team. How does the left respond to Mr. List's?
We've got some of our best minds on it, even some from Harvard.
Death is a really abstract concept, you know. It's a lot for a Republican to ponder.
All I'm saying is that we have to choose who dies more carefully. We should kill the poor.
There could be something very interesting happening here.
So you're just like trying to prove a point.
Something that might actually have dramatic implications for democracy itself.
Well, I'd say that a few billion dead people sums it up pretty well.
You never told me what you do here. But somehow it feels like I wanted it to happen.
This is a show that everybody can understand. You don't have to be prepared to come to our show, only to be mixed in the middle of a lot of people and open your mind and your soul and receive everything. Give the audience a lot of images and a lot of situations where they can be part and they can decide how they want to be part. Shouting, jumping, dancing.
A communications disruption can mean only one thing: invasion.
Some of the Phantom Menace is fun, but it's also jittery and overstuffed. Too many special effects, too many creatures. Lucas now directs like a man with a short-circuited attention span.
At last we will have revenge. Begin landing your troops.
I liked watching the character of Darth Maul, whose face looks like it was modeled on the wallpaper for a nightclub called Disco Inferno. There's that pretty nifty fight at the end where he has that double-bladed lightsaber. But I kept wondering, why didn't Lucas give the guy any lines?
Yeah, this is fun. I think play natural sound here. We'll play the natural sound.
Right. This is a project which is made up of two components. You know, it has interviews with people who were part of the historical events, and it also has newsreel footage. And an hour of just these realistic sounds, in a sense, is rather dry for the audience. And what the music does is intermittently humanize it a bit by adding an emotional level.
Jeremy very much wanted a strong, classic title sequence. He wanted a sequence which said, this is big, this is important, this involves us all.